ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਫਤਿਹ ਸਿੱਖ ਚੈਨਲ ਦੇ ਪਿਆਰੇ ਦਰਸ਼ਕੋ ਸਿੱਖ ਚੈਨਲ ਵੱਲੋਂ ਆਪ ਜੀ ਦਾ ਬਹੁਤ ਸਵਾਗਤ ਹੈ As you can see, we are outside number 10 today. We're going to talk exclusive to Prime Minister David Cameron about the EU referendum. What are the benefits for us to stay in and what if we come out? Obviously, we have this vote on the 23rd of June when you will have your chance to vote to whether to stay in Europe or out of Europe. What does it mean to the Sikh community? That's what we will be discussing in the weeks to come. The number of politicians being lined up to talk about the referendum. It is a big decision for Britain. Since 1975 when they joined the EU and now the chance whether to stay in or not. And what will happen if we come out for the terrorism, immigration, benefits. There are all sorts of questions needs to be answered. Let's see what he says. Prime Minister, thank you very much for letting us come to number 10 today. I want to begin to ask with the EU referendum. I know you want the Britain to be in. What will be the main benefits to stay in?
The main benefit is an economic benefit that I think will create more jobs. I think families will have better livelihoods. I think our country will be more successful if we stay in because we've got unhindered access to a market of 500 million people. And for our businesses and for jobs and for growth, I think that's absolutely essential. I also think we're safer and stronger inside because, look, I'm passionate about Britain. I want Britain to be strong, powerful and safe in the world. And we don't lose anything by being in the EU. We gain some strength to fix problems around the world that we care about.
Do you think when you was going backwards and forward to Brussels and European leaders, do you think you achieved enough for Britain for the stay?
I think so. Look, I think there are several frustrations we have with the European Union that it's been too much of a single currency club and we've got proper recognition that we can keep the pound and it can't be discriminated against. I think sometimes it can be too bossy and bureaucratic and we've managed to put restrictions on regulations. We've got the best of both worlds in Europe. We're in the market, we're in the cooperation, we work together, but we're not in the European single currency and we don't have to join. We're not going to take down our border controls and we don't have to. So I think it's the best of both worlds, whereas leaving I think would be a leap in the dark. We could see prices rise, we could see mortgage rates go up, we could see problems with unemployment. Those aren't my theories, that's the view of the Bank of England, which is there to give us a plain and impartial view.
I know IMF made a statement, but before that, the members of your government, ministers and people who are out, always saying this, that we pay almost £8 billion a year and we're not getting those. These are the messages they put in across. Are they maybe misleading?
But well, we do pay, look, this is an organisation that we benefit from and we do pay into it and we get money out of it. The net payment we make in is effectively about 1 penny in every pound of tax we pay. But the truth is if we left the EU, the figures show that the shock to our economy would be such that actually we'd be less worse off. We'd have less money to spend on the health service, less money to spend on our schools. So while it's frustrating that we pay into this organisation, I think it's right that we do because of the benefits we get out of it.
Why can't we do a Canada issue like Canada negotiated with Europe? Why can't we have that model?
Which is a very good question. I mean, Canada outside the EU is trying to do a free trade agreement with the EU. 7 years on from when they started, they still haven't got the free trade deal in place. So do you want 7 years of uncertainty in our country? I don't. And also the free trade agreement Canada has, it wouldn't be good enough for us. We're right on Europe's doorstep. 80% of our economy is services and the Canada Free Trade Agreement doesn't cover all services. It also has quotas and tariffs for some important exports, including some of our farm exports. So it's not a good enough deal. We have full access to this 500 million people market and we shouldn't give that up.
Finally, Prime Minister, the concern in the society now, what happens in Brussels, what happened in France, and those kind of issues with this terrorism and migration.
Yes.
Those are the main concerns. Are those people who want out Britain out of Europe. Those are the things they are saying. What would you say? That how can we
Well,
control
I understand that. We have a problem with Islamist extremist terrorism right across our continent. Now, we don't solve that by leaving the EU. Those people that attacked in Brussels, that attacked in France, they also would like to attack us here in Britain. The best thing we can do is actually make sure we're exchanging terrorist information, criminal information, borders information, passenger information with our European colleagues. We do that now. Together, I think we can actually be safer and stronger. If we leave the EU, we'd be desperately trying to get back into all those means of cooperation that we have today. But we will maintain our borders inside the EU. No one has an automatic right to come to our country. If we think anyone is a danger, anyone is a risk, we are able to turn them back.
Prime Minister, thank you very much for your time.
My pleasure.
Thank you. I've just finished talking to Prime Minister David Cameron. All the questions about the terrorism, about the benefits of staying in Europe, and a number of other questions I asked him, you will be able to see. And this is the series of programs we will be running on the EU referendum. So please watch, and before you make your mind up, how to vote on 23rd of June. So watch these programs. There will be people who will be saying why we should stay in, and there will be people who are saying why we should come out. Please watch Sikh channel, Sports Sikh channel. So ਅੱਜ ਦਾ ਪ੍ਰੋਗਰਾਮ ਇੱਥੇ ਹੀ ਸਮਾਪਤ ਹੈ। ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ, ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਫਤਿਹ।